The way that we control Venezuela is we control the purse strings, we control the energy resources, and we tell the regime, you're allowed to sell the oil so long as you serve America's national interest. You're not allowed to sell it if you can't serve America's national interest. And that's how we exert incredible pressure on that country without wasting a single American life.
The images that you might have seen across all over your social media of Venezuelans celebrating, of Venezuelans dancing, playing music, playing musical instruments, that came from the streets of Madrid, Miami, New York, wherever it may be. Those did not come from the streets of Venezuela. When Venezuelans awoke on that Saturday morning, the streets were deserted. The only people who were out were people who were in a medical emergency, or they had to go to work, or they needed to go to the supermarket or to buy gas. That was literally it. No other Venezuelans were out. And if you were out, you was instructed that you had to carry your papers or documentation with you. And woe betide if you didn't have it with you, because that could be an immediate prison sentence. So this idea that this is a new dawn for Venezuela, it might be, but for a lot of Venezuelans, it's almost business as usual. But with the caveat that what you're also dealing with is the potential for a power vacuum. And there is one thing more dangerous in society than an authoritarian government, and that's a power vacuum, because that's when society can crumble, civilizations collapse, it can descend into civil war. And what Delcy Rodriguez and the rest of her cronies are doing is going a really hard line to ensure that that doesn't happen. There have even been reports of the colectivos, and the colectivos are essentially Maduro's henchmen, they're his thugs, who are going around door to door, knocking on doors and checking to see if anybody has been promoting or posting pro-Trump social media. Also bearing in mind that X is currently banned in Venezuela. So, like I said before, there is a ray of hope for Venezuelans and Venezuela and the country itself, but it is only a ray of hope. And nothing is certain, nothing is written in stone, and these events can change day by day, hour to hour. And all Venezuelans can really do at this point is just sit tight and hope and pray that things stabilize and they can return to some kind of normalcy or normality.
Right. So here's the thing. So I get Venezuelans were happy to see Maduro go, and there's the fear that the people that come in afterwards, there's not going to be a whole lot of difference there. So then I go moving over to Trump. Why would he do this? I know, personally hated Maduro, the drug situation, the guy's simply dancing too much, he's not taking me seriously. I get why Trump doesn't like Maduro, but then why launch such a risky venture in Venezuela, if there is no reason to change, and he does have a base behind him that's thinking America first, we're sick of interventionism, we're sick of getting involved in foreign politics, what was in it for Trump?
It's a great question. So there are three aspects to this. There's the drug aspect, which, as we all know, is pretty much a red herring. The reality is that Venezuela doesn't produce drugs by and large. The cocaine in South America is largely produced by Colombia, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Bolivia. It is then taken to Venezuela. Venezuela is known as El Puente. Puente in Spanish means bridge. And from there, it's then transported to America. The reason it's taken to Venezuela is because Venezuela is the closest in proximity to the United States and Florida in particular. So that's number one, but that's not really the main issue. There's two other issues in particular. Number two, it's the fact that Nicolas Maduro has been allied with some of America's enemies: China, Russia, Iran. And not only is he allied with them, China receives 4% of its oil from Venezuela, which is still a significant amount. It's a significant amount.